Hi, I'm Chef Julia, and today I'm making some miso soup with tofu and vegetables. So I'm adding the umami powder to the water, and that makes the basis of my soup broth. Now this is instead of, in the traditional miso soup, you would be using some kind of a fish stock, or fish base, or dashi. So I added the Taki is the brand, it's umami powder. It's made from shiitake mushrooms, and this is vegan, and that gives the soup stock some really good flavor. What usually that flavor comes from is fish stock or dashi in traditional miso soup. So this takes the place of that. It has a really good flavor. I'll be adding a lot of different vegetables. For example, today I'm going to add some just plain cabbage that I've cut up. I'm going to go ahead and add that to the pot. It's just half a cup. And with the miso soup, we can add any vegetable. I'm just choosing to add the zucchini, cabbage, snow peas, and some corn today. So it's just whatever you have on hand. And I'm just going to cut the zucchini into some smaller pieces, just so that it'll cook down. I'm just going to put that in there with the cabbage. And then I'm also going to put in some snow peas. And these are very thin snow peas, so they'll cook fast too, but I like to cut them up a little bit because they're a little bit too big to eat by themselves. So I'm just going to cut them into smaller pieces. And then I'm also going to put in some shiitake mushrooms, probably just 3 of them. I cut the stems off because they tend to be a little bit rubbery. And then I'm just going to slice them into smaller pieces. Put that in the soup. Set this aside. So I'm going to add the wakame seaweed. A lot of people don't really know about this. It comes in a bag. You can find it in a lot of grocery stores and Asian markets. And it looks black. It looks like this dry black thing. It doesn't look like anything. But after only 5 minutes in cold water, it turns into hydrated green seaweed. Edible seaweed, and it tastes really good. It's full of nutrients and it tastes really great, and you'll find it in a lot of miso soup. I'm cutting it into smaller pieces because those pieces are so big they're not very appetizing to have in your soup. Alright, so I'm going to add some additional vegetables. I've added the mushrooms and the zucchini and the pea pods and the cabbage. Now I'm going to throw in some fresh carrot slices, a little bit of corn, it's frozen corn. And then we can also put in some, I know this might be strange, but cherry tomatoes. Add some pretty color to it. So the carrots and the tomatoes just give it a little color. But like I said before, you can put anything you want in your soup. And it makes a good breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And it's a good way to get in a lot of vegetables. Another key ingredient to miso soup with tofu is the tofu. And this is soft tofu, which is, just the package says soft, and that's the best tofu to use in miso soup, in my opinion. Now, some people put firm tofu in everything, but I prefer to use the soft tofu in the miso soup. And you can see it has a really good texture to it, and it's just better in soup. The ingredient in miso soup is the miso. So find the best miso you can find. This is an organic, mellow white miso. And it's really, really good. It's premium quality, and it has really good flavor. And miso is made from soybeans. And they're fermented soybeans, and there's something about them that create this really rich flavor. And you can even look at it and see it kind of looks like a paste. It's very thick, and it's has a really good smell to it. And so you just know when you add this to something, it's going to give it a lot of flavor. So in order to incorporate the miso paste into the soup, I'm going to get some of the liquid out of the soup without a lot of solids. And I'm going to mix this amount of miso paste with the hot water because the paste is kind of thick. And if I just dumped all this miso paste into the soup, it would really be hard to get it to dissolve in a big pot of soup. So this makes it blend in a lot easier, and then when I put it in the soup, it will mix right in. It won't sink to the bottom. And then I mix it up, and there's my, see how the miso is incorporated into the soup and turned it this real pretty color? So at this point, there's one final thing that I like to add to the soup, and that's scallion. The fresh scallion brings a really good flavor. And then it's ready to serve in our beautiful bowls. I'm ready to serve my miso soup with vegetables. I'm going to start with a little brown rice because I think that makes it really great for a meal. Then I'm going to ladle in some of this delicious soup with all the vegetables, the miso broth, the tofu, just everything. And then finally, I'm going to sprinkle on some more scallions. And then I love this shichimi togarashi. It's a red pepper, citrusy, sesame seed, all kinds of beautiful flavors on top. And it just gives it this little extra kick. And we're ready to eat this.